What is up, guys? I'm Rick Kakis, and today we are going to be showcasing everything you need to know about the brand new Null Composure fusion rifle. This is the Season of the Splicer ritual weapon just added into Destiny 2. So we're going to be talking about what it does, its perks, and importantly, how to grind for this weapon as fast and efficiently as possible so you can start using it right away. And so, let's get started. So, first things first, you're going to head to Banshee 44, the gunsmith, and he is going to have the quest to go and get the Null Composure. Before we talk about the quest, let's take a quick look at this weapon so you guys know if you want to grind for it. So, here it is. It's a rapid fire frame fusion rifle, and it has firstly fluted barrel. After that, we've got projection fuse to increase the range, and then we have our 4 different main perks. Remember, you can switch between these on the fly depending on what activity you're doing. Firstly, we have Feeding Frenzy, where each rapid kill with this weapon progressively increases reload speed for a short time. Then we have a brand new perk, Heating Up. Final blows with this weapon increase accuracy and stability while improving vertical recoil. Then we've got high impact reserves, rounds at the end of the magazine deal more damage, and lastly, we have Reservoir Burst. When the battery is full, your next burst deals additional damage and causes enemies to explode on death. This perk was in the game. It was present on an old Pinnacle weapon, the Loaded Question. We see it again for the first time since that was introduced years ago, and it is fantastic here. I am really excited for the combination of running Reservoir Burst plus Feeding Frenzy, so you can shoot that powerful increased damage shot into a group of ads, and you're going to see this in the background gameplay. They all explode. You get a big multi-kill, which gives you a big Feeding Frenzy bonus. You reload super fast and get the next Reservoir Burst shot off right away. And the play pattern of going Reservoir Burst, super quick reload, another Reservoir Burst, super quick reload, another Reservoir Burst, at least in my experience trying it, it was really darn good at ad clearing. This may be one of, if not the best, PvE fusion rifle we've seen since the Loaded Question. I am super excited for this. And in PvP, running something like the new Heating Up perk combined with high impact reserves is going to be pretty darn good as well. However, it's time to move on from there and talk about the process for acquiring this weapon. So, the quest given out by Banshee is called a Sacred Fusion. It says, earn points by defeating targets in playlist activities. Earn bonus progress for defeating targets with fusion rifles, disintegrations, or solar damage in the Crucible, Gambit, or Strike playlists. It also says additional progress for defeating targets with a stasis subclass equipped, pretty interestingly. And then we have points out of a total of 100%, and then activities. So, there's essentially 2 different things you need to do here. First off, you need to get those points, and you're probably wondering what's the best thing to use. Should I go for disintegrations? Should I just use a fusion rifle? Should I use a cracked solar weapon that's not even a fusion rifle? Or should I combine those? Well, it turns out, at least in our experience, the most efficient way to do this is to use something like a solar fusion rifle. We actually went into a strike, and as you can see at the end, we all had almost identical kills. However, the entire strike I was using just a void fusion rifle, and my teammates were using solar fusion rifles, and they got significantly more progress. Like, I ended at 16% points, and one of them ended at 25. So definitely you want to combine as much of those factors as you can. And also, you want to have that stasis subclass equipped. Even though you'll get some points for, throwing a solar grenade at someone, you want that stasis subclass equipped. That's going to give you more overall progress. And you may be wondering, well, what's a good solar fusion rifle I can utilize? Firstly, you have the Trinary system. This was added as a Gambit weapon last season. So if you have one in your vault, definitely take it out. It can get some pretty fantastic rolls, and just the fact that it is an infusible solar fusion rifle is frankly good enough. But another key thing you want to use if you have it, is the 1000 Voices. That's an exotic, heavy fusion rifle. So it means you can use a special fusion rifle and a heavy fusion rifle at the same time. You can deal so much more death and destruction with your fusion rifles in general, and it means when you put on fusion rifle finders or fusion rifle scavengers into your armor as mods, they work double duty and will work for your special and your heavy. So definitely, if you have those, run it. You're going to complete these points in no time. In fact, your points are likely to be complete a lot before the activities percentage. As soon as you get to 100% points, remember to take off your fusion rifle stuff if you don't want to use it anymore and put back on your best gear to help complete those activities much faster. So let's talk about those activities. It's very similar to what it was last season with the Salvenger's Salvo Grenade Launcher. So we tested a strike that gave us around 3 to 4% upon completion. Next up, we tested a Nightfall that only gave us 5%, and we did the hero difficulty. So definitely Nightfalls seem to not be worth it. And then we did some Crucible. That gave us a similar amount to strikes, but then we did Gambit. And Gambit was, again, similar to the previous season, the best way to farm a high percentage of activities. A Gambit win will get you around, 5-ish%, and a loss will get you around 4%. And one Gambit match is significantly faster than a lot of strikes, especially if you get a longer strike. It can take upwards of 10 to 12 minutes, whereas a Gambit match is over in about 5 minutes. But you need to remember a few things. If you are going for fast Gambit matches, you do, if it's at all possible, want a stacked team that knows what they're doing so you can win fast or frankly lose fast. If the enemy team has a great invade on you, they destroy you, you have no moats, just let it go. Just throw the match. You're going to be done in no time. Let the other team win quickly. Don't invade 40 times when they have their primeval out and make it take longer than it needs to be, right? But with all that being said, although I do believe winning in Gambit is the superior method for getting your activities percentage up as fast as possible, if you don't have a stacked team and you don't like Gambit, there's another great alternative, and that is Team Scorched. This is available for the first week, and it'll go away and come back some other times this season. But again, if you're watching this video in the first week of Season of the Splicer dropping, you can go into Team Scorched. Those matches are done extremely quickly. We're talking around, 4-ish minutes. So slightly quicker sometimes than a Gambit match. However, they're pretty comparable. They do only give you around that 3-ish% progress towards your activities, however, so not quite as much as Gambit, but they're a lot more easygoing. It's a party game mode, and something to note, the Scorch Cannons deal solar damage. And although the progress is going to be much slower than actually being in Gambit slaying out with a solar fusion rifle, you will make progress towards your points percentage. So that's another thing to consider as well. And definitely, again, if you're a solo player, Team Scorch is what I would recommend. And one last quick tip here before we go, make sure whatever activity you choose to put on the corresponding prosperity mod for your ghost. It seems like Bungie upped the drop rates of the activity exclusive weapons. I got like 4 or 5 bottom dollars when I was grinding Gambit. I got a ton of the brand new Gambit SMG that they added just this season. Again, those weapons seem to be dropping more often, so make sure to make advantage of that and put on the right ghost mod. And so guys, that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickKakis. That's linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.